And obviously being in contention this time again for the top medal.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm happy with tonight. Of course, I wanted the gold medal. I gave it my best effort, but I can't be disappointed with a season's best. Getting back on the podium, I've made it through injuries. I've overcome so much over the last few years. I've sacrificed so much just to get back to this place. And so, sure, it's bittersweet walking away with another silver, but there's a lot worse things in the world than silver medals at the World Championships, so I will take that.
What was going right on the first bar clearances you had leading up to it, and then what was giving you a little difficulty on the last bar?
Yeah, sure. 490 is high, so that was giving me some trouble. But, I was just really honed in on executing my best technical jumps that I can do, and that's what you have to focus on. You have to ignore the pressure, ignore the situation, and absolutely each trip down the runway is a fresh jump. And I was just trying to think about my practice that I had before I left, before I got on the plane to come here, and what I was able to execute in my technique when there was no pressure, and imagining that I was just in my backyard practicing while I was out there today. And I'm pleased with my jumps. 485, back on the podium, I'm happy with it.
Sandi, did you by any chance think you might have had this one?
Oh yeah, of course. It's really tough when I, made 85, and I knew that would put pressure on everyone. But I knew that it wasn't in the bag. I knew when I went to attempt 490, I knew I was going to have to make it to really seal the deal. And I gave 490 my best shots. My second attempt was really good. I thought I might, if I got a little more bar love, it might have stayed. But it just wasn't meant to be. And then we put the bar to 495, and I just didn't quite have time to get recovered to try to give my best attempt at 495. So I'm not very happy with my attempt at that height, to be honest, but I did give it my best effort, and that's sport.
Assuming you're on a quest for LA28, how much of a shot in the arm is tonight's competition?
I think tonight is encouraging for me because I see ways that I can get better, and so I'm walking away tonight like, okay, 485 isn't enough, and the next year, LA28, 490 might not be enough. So how can I get myself in 5-meter shape is what I'm walking away thinking tonight. And so if I'm going to stay in this sport, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to try to get back in 5-meter shape, because 485 is not going to cut it, unless there's bad conditions. You can't bank on a lower bar winning something. So yeah, that's my mentality walking away. How do I get better?
Coming down to a Katie versus Sandi show, like the way that it did tonight, like how exciting was that?
We tried to put us against one another, and that's tough because in order to jump well, I call it jumping free. I'm ignoring everybody, and so that's what I don't like about the sport. If I'm being honest, is I don't like being pitted against another person, because to me, pole vault is an individual thing, and so that's why I try to just ignore everything. And they're, up there announcing things, and they're like, "Will Sandi or Katie win?" And I'm like, "Would you shut up?"
Yeah.
Just trying to focus. So it's hard.
But at the tip top of global women's pole vaulting, this era really of Katie and Sandi is sort of like, it's been going on for like 10 years now. It seems like.
Yeah, her and I have both been on the podium. My first podium was 2016. Hers was 2018. I can't remember.
Something like that, yeah.
But, we've been going back and forth for a long time, and, she's been killing it the last few years. I've had a couple of really rough years, and so that's what I really want to focus on in these interviews, is just like, I haven't been on the podium 2023 and 2024. I missed the Olympic team last year. This stadium in Tokyo in 2021, I broke a pole in the prelims, pulled a muscle, and had it was devastating. So I'm very pleased to come away with a medal this time around.
Made it better memory for this place.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does the journey make you feel